The new director of the CDC says she'll look into a report from the FDA that some decongestants on the market just don't work.
And that's just one of several questions that Dr. Mandy Cohen addressed in an exclusive interview today with KDKA Money editor Jon Delano.
Recommending that Dr. Mandy Cohen has been on the job as the new head of CDC for about 8 weeks. And her focus this week has been promoting the new COVID booster shot. But I asked her about the FDA report that a drug in many common decongestant pills does not work to decongest. What's your view as the director of CDC about this report out of the Food and Drug Administration?
You know, John, I've been so focused on making sure folks hear about these updated vaccines. I did see that headline, but I haven't honestly dug into the details yet on that.
More people use decongestants, believe me, than ever take vaccinations for COVID. So it's a big issue.
We have a lot of ways to protect ourselves, but I'll dig into that FDA information once we get through a couple more days of talking about vaccines.
On the new COVID booster shot, Dr. Cohen says it's recommended this fall for everyone, especially those 65 and over. If the pandemic is over, why bother?
Well, while we are outside of the emergency, and I think we all wish we could leave COVID in the rearview mirror, unfortunately, it is still here with us.
Cohen says the booster may not prevent COVID, but will make it less severe or deadly. Another issue, now that the pandemic is over, and with the drug companies charging $120 to $130 for the shot, who pays?
The good news is everyone can get a free COVID vaccine this season. Either your insurance will cover it with no out-of-pocket cost, or the CDC is running a program for folks who are uninsured or underinsured, meaning your insurance doesn't cover it fully, that they can get a free COVID vaccine at somewhere like CVS or Walgreens or your local public health department.
Finally, I asked the new CDC director about the credibility problem that CDC and many public health agencies seem to have these days with some in the public.
Great question. I think trust is foundational, and it is certainly at the core of everything I am thinking about, and then I know the work that we are trying to do at the CDC.
Cohen, who was most recently North Carolina's Secretary of Health, says she will focus on transparency in everything, effective communication with the public, and developing easy solutions and tools for the public to interact with the CDC. Jon Delano, KDKA-TV News.